Hi, I'm Rebecca from the Dry Eye Shop in Paulsbo, Washington, and this is a quartz silicone shield. It's a small, lightweight shield designed to protect dry eyes at night. It keeps out dry or blowing air. It allows moisture to build up in the space immediately over the eyes. Pretty much the moment I put this on, it starts fogging up. The quartz is marketed specifically with reference to CPAP users. It's designed to be compatible with almost all different types of CPAP masks, the full face masks and the nasal pillows. People use it to protect their eyes from air blowing from leaky masks. To put quartz into context, there are three products made by the same manufacturer. There's Tranquilize, the one that has the moisture pads. There's quartz and its black counterpart called onyx, and there's eye seals. Over the years, I've found quartz to be quite broadly useful for dry eye protection overnight, not just for CPAP users. It's a simple, low maintenance, and transparent alternative to Tranquilize, and is a smaller alternative to eye seals. However, there's always going to be some people who fall in between all of these products. For one reason or another, they seem to need a halfway house, say between Tranquilize and quartz. This video is all about exploring that territory, the users with special needs. I'm going to go over a few hacks and also a number of suggestions for alternatives. So really, this video is meant for people who are struggling to figure out which, if any, of the goggles will work for them, and for people who thought that the silicone shields were a great concept when they got them. Maybe it didn't quite work out in practice, and maybe this video will help them figure out how to get some more mileage out of it. So first, let's take a look at the product and how it's meant to work. So here's what it looks like. There's two separate eye cups, a removable nose bridge, and a replaceable fabric strap that's fully adjustable. The clear version is called quartz, and the opaque black version is called onyx. So here's how it fits on me. I would say quartz fits me personally pretty much perfectly. My eye depth is average, my face is kind of big and round. The quartz sits pretty close to my eyes, so my lashes bang against it a little bit, but I only wear it while I'm sleeping, so that part doesn't really bother me. I sleep mostly on my side, and it'll flex a little bit, but it really doesn't let much air in at all anywhere. In the morning when I get up, it's actually got condensation inside it, not just fog, unless my bedroom happens to be particularly dry. The edges of the silicone do dig in a little bit for me, especially down here on my cheekbones, but if there's any marks in the morning, they're gone by the time I've showered. So for me personally, it's pretty much ideal. Now let's talk about some common usage issues that some other users may have. Question number one, what if the edges are digging in too much? This is particularly a problem for women whose skin is very easily indented overnight. I would say amongst my dry eye shop customers, it's the number one reason why we get returns. There's two possible solutions here. One, obviously move on to another product. It's probably going to be either Tranquilize or eye seals. Bear in mind, you can use the Tranquilize goggles without the foam. Just keep in mind that if you do, the cushions may be a little more likely to cave in if they don't have support from the moisture pads, but you can also put a partial thickness pad in them. A second answer to the issue of the edges digging in, though, this one I'm going to say is a little far-fetched, but I'm determined to mention anything that might help someone. Can you line the quartz with something to cushion the edges? The answer to that is kinda, sorta, yes, if you're motivated. This one is really not sanctioned by the manufacturer. It's a little tricky, but you can actually take foam cushions from the Tranquilize goggles and attach them to a quartz eye cup. Here's what it looks like. It's not sexy, but it is comfortable, and you can see through it. It's basically a quartz Tranquilize hybrid. Maybe we should just call it a Quartzilize. You can do this with either full thickness foam or partial thickness foam. My main reservation about trying to do that is I don't believe the adhesive will stay on the silicone anywhere near as well as it does on the rubber of the Tranquilize goggles. So you might have to end up using a stronger adhesive. I know some people who do that. We know adhesives are not great things to be using around the eyes, but I do know some people use things like eyelash glue. Like I said, try this at your own risk. It's definitely not an idea sanctioned by the manufacturer, but there are motivated users who really want a transparent goggle, but not something where they have plastic or silicone right against their skin. So it might be a crazy idea, but then again, it might help someone. Question number two. What if the eye cups are too close to my eyes? Now, nobody on my staff has orbits large enough for this to be an issue, so I can't actually show you pictures. Wait, I think I spoke too soon. Anyway, I get this issue mostly from men, sometimes from women who have very large orbits. I would say if it happens to you, you're probably going to have to go with a different product. either the XL version of Tranquilize, which you could use without the pads, or the eye seals. Question number 3, what if the nose bridge is too wide? The solution to this one is simple, and it's just the same thing that you can do for Tranquilize goggles. You just remove the nose bridge. And you use some embroidery thread to create a makeshift nose bridge, and you cinch the eye cups closer and adjust it to just the right width. You may have to experiment with that for a night or two to get the width just right. Question number 4, what if I have all of the above problems? The edges are digging in and it fits too close to my eyes and the nose bridge is too wide. This question tends to come from ladies with very narrow or close-set eyes but with huge orbits. You're blessed with these lovely large eyes, but moisture goggles may just be a problem. My suggestion for you is actually the Tranquilize XL goggle with a custom nose bridge. Here's what that would look like. And if necessary, modified pads so you don't have anything touching your lids. Here's what it looks like with the special white pads. Question number 5, can I add moisture? Tranquilize is the goggle designed to add moisture, but lots of people find ways to add moisture to quartz and to eye seals as well. The first and most obvious solution is put a couple of drops of water in each eye cup. That's little enough that it won't dribble down and fall out, but enough to help the goggles get really steamy, especially if you're in a very dry bedroom. Second, you could use some foam pads. Most foam pads are going to stick up and possibly press on your lids if they're too thick, but you can trim them down. You could use either the little white pads or the Tranquilize pads and trim them down, or of course even just a piece of gauze. I know several people who do that, so it can hold in moisture without changing how the goggle fits. Question number 6, can I use a silicone shield like quartz to hold my lids down? You certainly can if you're motivated. But why would you bother when the Tranquilize goggle can probably do that a lot better? Well, for some people, Tranquilize is just a little too bulky or comes off too easily at night. If, on the other hand, you jury-rig the quartz with some pads, you may be able to get just the right amount of pressure on your lids. But what you also may find is that the pad itself lifts the edges of the quartz away from your skin, which can help prevent those skin indentation issues. For pads, you can use a gauze pad again, or the little white pads made for Tranquilize, or the regular Tranquilize foam. You're definitely going to want to trim it down somewhat. You can take it down to about a half or a third of its thickness. Here's what the quartz looks like with a skinny pad of some kind in it. For me personally, either a white pad or a half or third thickness gray pad works out just perfect for putting enough pressure on my lids to hold them down without being uncomfortable, as long as I'm sleeping on my back. But you'll definitely need to customize the foam depth for your own size and eye depth. That's all for today on quartz silicone shields. Please share your tips in the comments. And for dry eye retail therapy, please visit dryeyeshop.com. And if we can help you with any kind of troubleshooting, please give us a call. Thanks for visiting the Dry Eye Shop's YouTube channel. To reach us with questions or comments, please call or text the phone number on the screen or email service@dryeyeshop.com. Feel free to contact us with any questions or video topic suggestions. Additional resources are currently shown on the screen, and they can also be found in the description box. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Dry Eye Shop content.